Hey guys, this video is going to be a little bit more on the positive side rather than my last few videos, because I actually win this time. So, in this first game I'm playing Leona. This Caitlyn must have been on some mushrooms or something if you saw that flash, but so, I mean, I got autofill to support, obviously. I would never put support, but Leona's like a pretty fun support. If you ever get autofilled and you just want to like have a decent time, you can always pick her, and she's actually not too hard to play as long as you can land your abilities. And the enemy team is basically throwing the game away. Like, they were actually winning a little bit at the beginning, but I have a lot of our kill contribution. And our Fiddlesticks is actually putting in some work, so it's going pretty well, and he's getting really fed, and they take that kill. So we're basically just running around the map now because we're stronger, looking for picks with Leona and Fiddlesticks. We have like a really good team for that, and LeBlanc of course, so it's actually going pretty well. And there I actually maybe should have stayed on Jax because he didn't die as fast as I thought he would, but it ended up being okay because Jhin came in for the backup. And here, this is just nice Riven ult, by the way, but this is just kind of sad to watch because I know this has happened to everybody before. They just get kited into oblivion and can't do anything. So this Caitlyn was like really salty this game too, so it was really fun to always try and kill her. So we were kind of just picking on her too, because I mean, she's just pretty toxic. I don't know if you can see any in chat. I don't think you can right now, but you know, it's pretty funny though, especially since we were winning. So yeah, we're just keep pushing in this Jax. I feel like this just happened. He just jumped in the same exact spot with his E, but you know, he gets another kill, but then he ends up getting kited and killed pretty fast. Oh wait, he actually gets another kill. Forgot about that. But it's going pretty well for us. We're just picking up kills. And here they start to do a Baron. Like, I think we were all like in the bot lane river, so they just saw us, I guess, and decided to call it. So, but me and Maokai are way too tanky, so that we can just jump on them and not take like any damage. And Jhin got a nice snipe on their Soraka, which basically destroyed their healing potential. So yeah, it's going really well for us. And then Ahri suicides also, and we get Baron. So it's basically just solidifies our victory in this game. So it's just us pushing down. And actually no, before that I felt bad for Caitlyn because of how much we had picked on her. So I'm just like, here, come get a kill. So that was pretty funny. So you can always do that if you're ahead. I mean, as long as you don't end up throwing, but this game was way too far gone to do that. So first game looking good. We actually won this time. So on to the next game. Okay, in this game I'm moving on to my roots. My first name, or my second name change, was to FFS Lee Syndrome. So that was actually when I was the highest in the ladder. I think I was like Diamond 4 when that was my name. Yeah, I saw a picture of that actually a little bit ago. So getting back to Lee Sin just because Gangplank wasn't very good, at least at the time of these games. I think the lethality buffs are pretty good. I'm gonna have to try it out though, either the 50-50 build or the like 70-25 build or whatever it's called. So you can I'm just gonna test it out, so maybe next episode it will be more Gangplank. There, getting off topic a little bit, I kind of got the steal on the dragon, and then I just kicked Jace away because we're trying to disengage, and then Varus for some reason thinks we're gonna engage on them and just gets blown up and then flashes too. But it's okay, we're not like that far behind, and we have dragons. I think we have 1 or 2 dragons, infernal dragons, which are really good. And here I just pick up that kill on the Karma, and I'm just sitting around here and I see this Graves. I'm like, oh, I guess this isn't warded, but then I'm like, wait, is it warded? So I guess he could see me, but he thought he could fight me here, obviously. And it was a lot closer than what I expected it to be, so I guess the lethality buffs do help Graves also, but it wasn't that close. Well, it was close, but I do end up winning it. Here we're just looking for a pick, and then I just ward jump over this wall and scare the Karma away. So we got her flash out of her, so that's good. Then LeBlanc comes through the side, blows her up, and we're just diving here. It's worked pretty well until this monkey play. I thought I could like kick him then kill him, but yeah, I mean, I might have killed him if I reactivated that, but I definitely would have died. So I just chose a safer route and just left. So gladly he didn't have ult. And they got a few picks on us, so they were pushing down, or they picked off LeBlanc, but then we actually get a counter engage, and I get that nice ult kick like through 3 of them, I think. But then they still have a lot of burst damage, so they do end up killing me. Gonna scroll over here. So yeah, they do end up killing me, but they don't get too much out of it since it was like 2 for 3. Then they started doing Baron, but luckily our Varus poked them a lot, and Varus is really strong right now in this with the meta, so he actually gets a triple kill. He's playing pretty well, and sadly this Karma does get away, but our Darius does live, so that's pretty good. And then after those few picks, we get a free Baron basically, which really helps us almost secure this game. And me and Darius were just sitting in a bush there waiting for somebody to come in, so Jace walked in, and that was the end of him. So here is just like our final push. We got a few picks off, and we're just pushing down the towers and then the inhibitor after that. And I'm just kind of waiting for an opportunity to go in, but then I hit a Q, but then the person dies right after, so I can't really do much. But yeah, second game down, and guess what? We won again. Then I get that nice flash kick at the end, and then we win. Okay, third game is also going to be a Lee Sin game, and I'm actually liking Lee Sin a lot, and I'm not sure if he's like good right now. Well, I think he's pretty good right now, but this was like my first time playing him in a while, so I was surprised that I would actually do this good. So, and this is something you always want to do. If you're a jungle, you should always try and gank the mid lane with your top lane and mid laner. So that's always a good idea. And then here, I will, if you ever see, another good tip is if you ever see like a teammate clearing a ward, especially a pink ward, if they can see you, then always like stand by them and kill the enemy if they come and try and kill them. So here, this Talon had to be really tilted. That was, kind of felt bad for him after that one. It was pretty embarrassing how he died to me there, but here's just another dive on the Varus who was low. So that's a really easy kill, but then Jarvan actually comes in here and kills us. Maybe if I would have tanked one more shot, could have flashed out after that, and then Echo's W would have gone off. But I still feel like either way, one of us was gonna die. So I don't know, possibly, but it still ended up working out pretty well. Here, just this Talon was not playing very well and just overextended, so I'm just picking up the kills, boosting my KDA. Here I go for the fancy ult flash to knock her back into the team, but it just straight up kills her. So I mean, that's okay, but it doesn't look as cool. You kind of look stupid because I could have just ulted her, but whatever. It was worth the try. I haven't done that in a while. Actually, I did it last game, didn't I? But that was in the fountain, so that doesn't really count. So we're just here like cleaning up towards the end of this fight, and Caitlyn actually lives here and then flashes out of that arrow and then gets the real snipe on the Batalon. So this Varus was building AP actually. I remember that now, and he was actually doing way more damage than I thought he would, but I still think AD is better considering Vitality got buffed and AP obviously didn't get buffed. So I'm not quite sure what he was doing. Maybe they just needed AP, but I just don't think it was that good of a choice. So we just end up killing them and trying to push down bot lane. Here, I'm going for the Insect on Varus, but he has Flash, so I end up just kicking him away. But I get CC'd down and killed pretty well. It took a while. I just got CC'd forever, but my team ends up cleaning the fight up. So we end up going positive, and then we just push it down. Well, we were pushing it down mid, and we got that inhibitor. Obviously, I was dead. So here, I do another little throw. I go too deep on the Jarvan, but luckily my Caitlyn is really good at kiting and positioning, which are two major things you want to remember if you're playing ADC. And she's really good at like orb stepping or orb walking or whatever you want to call it, where you auto then take a step and then auto attack. So they actually win the game out for that. So that's basically the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time.